I even sniffed his underwear.
Oh, okay. Hello, you summoned me. Oh, you did it. All right, I'll go with it. You probably wonder I'm still down here. I'm just playing a trick on you. Sorry. Turns out it wasn't a true story. That I was gone. I was just down here. That was it. You know what? It is a true story. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Today we're back reacting to true story animations. Real story. It's true. That's all you need to know. And their animations. All right. So once again, we're back with My Story animated. And you know, I keep seeing every YouTuber react to, or at least a lot of YouTubers, I see them reacting to, I got stuck inside my crush's locker. I saw everything. It actually says, I got stuck inside my crush locker. And I saw everything. Did you see the Grand Canyon?
Yes. Because
that's a blanket statement. If you say I saw everything, you saw everything. I saw the meaning of life in my crush's locker. Click to find out. That's always check out My Story animated, because whether or not you like the stories, I'm sure the animators do take a lot of time to make these, okay? Lots of work goes into it, regardless of what you think about it. And we just have fun around here, right?
Hello, I'm Sam, and I will share with you a creepy story that happened to me. So, I'm a 17-year-old high school student, and I have a crush on a guy called Ben. He doesn't know it yet, but I'm planning on telling him soon. Ben and I share most of our classes. Well, honestly, I joined the classes that he did just so that I get closer to him. I think Ben thought I'm weird because I ended up in all of his classes.
Well, it's only been 27 seconds, and I think we have a grade A yandere on our hands. Cops, come, please. She can also do Kagebushi no Jutsu. Wow. I mean, Ben, consider yourself lucky.
And I will share with you a creepy story.
Wait, she already said creepy. Yandere. I know I tend to label things yandere when they're not yandere, but I really think, just based off the evidence we have so far, her being inside her crush locker, I saw everything, and she said creepy. I'm assuming she's talking about herself. I have a creepy of a story of myself. I'm very ashamed of myself.
I'm a 17-year-old high school student.
I'm a 17-year-old. Does that? I always don't know if I'm the one that's like just like nitpicking, or if like the English isn't right.
I think Ben thought I'm weird because I ended up in.
See, there it goes again. I am not. I don't want to be a nitpicker.
I think Ben thought I'm weird because I ended up in.
I think Ben thought I'm weird. Send it to me. Send your videos to me if you want me to fact check them. Just don't do. I don't do grammar. I just know when something doesn't sound right.
Today at school, I bumped into him, and he made a disgusted face and walked away.
Oh my God!
I knew
Oh
it
no!
would be hard to confess straight to his face, so I had to write him a letter instead.
So I sent him a smoke signal instead.
Covered with red hearts. I expressed all my feelings to him in it. Next morning, when I came to school, and I went to Ben's seat and left the letter in his backpack.
Is this not the exact story of Yandere Simulator? Like, sure, it is cliche, but she wrote them the letter. It's all like, you know, giggles and lots of hearts and things like that. Yandere-chan bumped in. I mean, I think it's just a cliche story, to be honest. But like, they bumped into each other. Except he made an ugly face. I don't think he likes her at all. So I don't see how this is gonna end up good at all.
As I walked out, the whole school was talking about how Ben and Stacy started dating.
She wants him, but not in the same way that I want him.
Oh,
my heart
Stacy?
was shattered.
No.
I felt hopeless. So I ran to the bathroom.
So I ran straight to his locker
and cried my eyes out.
Aww.
Then I washed my face and dried it with toilet paper on my way out. I heard Ben and his friends coming towards the bathrooms. Then I heard someone saying, "Did you see Sam? She's totally into you." She burst into tears when she saw you with Stacy.
She was just in the bathroom. Was the guy in the bathroom too? Imagine the people walking in as she's just crying on the floor. Oh, hi. I didn't come in here for this. I just wanted a pee. I mean, have you ever been in that situation where you walked in on someone crying and like you don't know how to handle it? You know, I always feel bad. There's been a few situations where I've seen someone crying and I'm just like, do I ask if they're okay? Because like part of me like says like, you know, the good angel on this side says you should ask, but the devil on the other side is like, it would be too awkward. And then I just feel bad.
Are they laughing at me? I had to follow them, but they went into the shower room.
Oh no!
I still had to
you
hear
do?
everything they said about me.
Oh, so you don't have to go in there then?
Kills me. I tried to listen through the door, but it wasn't clear enough. so I had to walk in.
Oh, no.
I snuck in quietly while the boys were showering.
Oh, my God.
I approached Ben's
just
locker
like Metal Gear Solid.
To see what he keeps there. I saw his name on the locker, so I opened it.
Did that first name just change?
I saw his name on the locker, so I opened it. And I heard
Charles! This is Jobs or Charles? We have a mystery on our hands. Okay, this is the real mystery of the video. See, this story is a ruse. It's all about whether or not it's Jobs or Charles. I saw his name on the locker, so I opened it. Whoa, there's multiple Jobs. What?
And I heard the water turn off, and the boys were coming towards the lockers.
Oh, you better run, lady.
I freaked out. So I hopped in the locker hoping that Ben won't open it. And there he was, standing like a model in a white towel, drying his hair with another towel.
He had so many towels. Here I am. I definitely don't know that anybody is watching me right now. Can someone give me another towel, please? We don't have any more towels, Ben. I think the people that made this story, you know, who's to say like the animators or the writers of the story, they probably are influenced by Metal Gear Solid and Yandere Simulator, because she's in a locker. And like I always wonder too, like in shows, why are the lockers so big? They are not this big. They're just like little squares. Like she went to Narnia.
Drying his hair with another towel. I melted. I have to admit, even though he laughed at me, my heart was racing, but I'm not sure if it was because I'm in his locker and about to get caught.
Her heart was going all doki doki.
He is so damn handsome.
Oh, wow. She isn't even trying to hide it. At least she's honest. Hey, I appreciate that honesty, at least. He's so dang handsome. Oh, and okay, they did Shadow Clone Jutsu as well.
Or because he is so damn handsome.
I love that.
All the boys started opening their lockers, so I planned to act like I fainted in the locker. But my eyes couldn't let go of Ben as I saw him opening the locker in front of the one in which I was.
Oh no. What? I'm so confused. Look, there's so many Jobs. Everyone else in the school is named Jobs and there's only one Ben. It's like everyone's an NPC and just Ben. It is just like Yandere Simulator. All the other boys are just irrelevant. So is he about to go in there? I'm just so confused about the whole thing of the story. But just imagine, she's gonna have the excuse that I fainted in the locker. Could you imagine the kind of trouble that Ben's gonna get in when the school or anyone finds out that there's the passed out girl in his locker? They're gonna be like, how'd that get there? I don't know, I swear. And she's just gonna be like, she's just gonna have to go with it. And before you know it, Ben's in jail and he didn't even do anything wrong. Also, he needs to start learning how to lock his locker.
And as I saw him opening the locker in front of the one in which I was.
Is there another Ben?
Also said Ben.
Oh, no, it's not a coincidence.
G.
Oh
Am
my
I that
God,
stupid
G.
to forget that my brother's name is also Ben?
Of course it is. You never told us that he had a brother. Wow, it's a plot twist.
I was so blinded by Ben that I hopped into my own brother's locker.
Oh no, I just realized what this meant. Is she gonna see? Oh God.
I hate myself. I even sniffed his underwear.
Oh, okay. She sniffed her brother's crotch, basically. I see why this one's so popular now. Man, it's a darn ride. I tasted the underwear to see what it tasted like. And you don't even want to know what else I did with his locker. Shoot, I forgot I had a brother in general.
I hate myself.
I hate myself.
Sniffed his underwear.
Oh.
What is wrong with me?
What is wrong with you?
I got sick and wanted to throw up.
Oh,
but
no.
Holding it in just made it all worse. The boys finished dressing up and left the shower room.
Thank God the brother wasn't there.
I jumped out right away to breathe some fresh air and tried to walk out, but the shower room was locked. I decided to go through Ben's stuff and wait for someone to come open the door.
She has so many bad decision-making skills. I mean, that's not a good... I don't know what I just said. She makes a lot of bad decisions. Yes, that's English. Yeah, you know what? As a second thought, don't send your videos to me. I'm not any better. See, I can't even say that right.
And wait for someone to come
I am no any better than you.
I decided to go through Ben's stuff and wait for someone to come open the door. What excuse do I have for being in the boys' shower room?
Yeah, you really gotta come up with it, Jimmy Neutron.
I had Ben's stuff there to explore. I opened his
Ooh.
locker, found his
Ooh.
t-shirt.
What kind of goodies can we explore in Ben's locker? She finds out again. Oh crap, it's my brother's again. She went to the wrong one again. Man, this is very confusing. But she goes into the real Ben, her crush's locker. It's just nothing but towels.
I opened his locker, found his t-shirt, and felt so happy.
Oh, you
Indifferent
did.
to the fact that I was locked up in there. Anyway, I found a cute album, so I decided to open it.
Is it like a diary?
And I
Or is it
couldn't
like a...
believe what I saw.
Oh no, what'd you see?
I dropped the album and just
No.
stood there shaking.
No. Okay, I know we made a joke about Slenderman's girlfriend before, but this is... I mean, she should become a model.
I picked it up again to see if what I saw was correct.
Tell me what it is.
And there were my pictures. Pictures of me eating. Pictures of me going to bed.
What?
Pictures of me changing clothes. Was he stalking me?
I sure hope that's what it is, because I don't know how else you would explain this. Wait a minute, do we have double yanderes? Sound the alarm, double yandere alarm. I have this alarm, yes. It's a real alarm, just for this day.
Pictures of me changing clothes. Was he stalking me?
Yes, it's safe to assume he
Ben
was.
is a stalker?
What?
Is it really Ben? I can't believe this.
I thought I seen some
even
flashes
couldn't
at my
feel love
window.
To him anymore. I can't believe this. I even couldn't feel love to him anymore.
What? All right, okay. Now I know that's not right. I couldn't even feel love to him anymore. I understand that the writers might not, maybe English is not their first language. Okay, fine. Like, I don't really care. It doesn't bother me. But the fact that, like, the voice actors themselves couldn't have been like, okay, maybe this sounds better. Do they not care? Like, I feel like they could be like, you know what, this would actually sound a lot better. Unless they try. I mean, if it were me voicing this, I'd be like, okay, that actually doesn't sound right. I'm gonna say the correct way to do it. I'm gonna keep going. I can't talk. I know, but at least I know when I made a mistake.
I felt creeped out.
Oh,
The sun went down and the
icky.
shower room started to get cold. And I was all alone with no backpack and no phone, stuck in that cold place with that horrible fact. I just waited for my brother to notice that I'm not home and decided to take a nap on the floor just to kill time.
Hey, what else you gonna
Then
do, right?
I heard some noises outside. I waited for the sound to get louder so I can call for help. But maybe it was just the wind.
If you weren't convinced by my MGS reference, let me give you an example.
What was that noise?
What was that noise?
Whose footprints are these? Huh? What was that noise? Huh? Whose footprints are these?
Dude, she has the mind of a freaking MGS guard.
But maybe it was just the wind.
It was just the
I
wind.
kept trying to sleep. Then I heard someone getting closer to the door.
Oh,
So
that
I
wind's
started
getting really
screaming
loud.
for help. And suddenly, in that silence, someone started breaking the door.
Oh, crap.
I yelled, "Coach, is that you?" But to no avail. I started to feel a bit scared as I heard someone breaking the door.
Hey, stop!
Once the door was open,
Oh my God.
I saw
Who is
Ben
it?
standing there, and he said, "Finally, you're all mine now," with a grin on his face.
Why did he wait hours to come? I knew it. Those poses. They weren't. He was trying to show off with all of his towels. He knew all along that she was in the locker. Because of course, any true yandere would know. They would have the senses. They're basically, it's like Spider-Man. I mean, okay, if we're making connections, his name's Ben, Spider-Man, Uncle Ben. It all makes sense now. He has spider sense.
You're all mine now, with a
you're
grin
all
on
to
his
me.
face. He must have noticed that I'm not in my bedroom to stalk
he went to
me,
go stalk?
so he came searching for me. Or
What?
was he stalking me from the very beginning?
Oh God, he must have. Imagine he went all the way to her house and be like, the only logical explanation is she is in my locker at school.
But what do I do now? I hit him with the album.
Oh, I mean, I
and
thought you
ran
liked
down
him.
the hallway as he started chasing
You
me.
can't be mad
But
if
all
you're
the
a stalker
school doors
yourself.
were locked.
She doesn't like the
I
taste of her
started
own medicine.
panicking. I couldn't breathe or focus properly. I just wanted to escape. I
Aw.
ran and ran, but he ended up catching me.
Oh dang, he's so
I
fast.
started begging him.
I can see why you
"Please,
like him.
Let me go. I promise I won't tell anyone."
I
I cried and fought for my life. Kicked him somehow.
can't even
and
really feel
ran
bad.
away.
She already
I
stalked
kept
him.
running in circles. Sooner or later, someone must appear.
But he's like
I
the
started
Flash.
to feel tired and realized he'll get tired soon too. So I can't give up now. I tried to hide somewhere to get some energy. I was so tired and hungry. And suddenly, I felt him pulling me by my hair from behind.
Oh, my God.
It was getting darker, and I couldn't see much. He dragged me into his car and put me in the front seat. He pointed a gun at me, threatening me that if I move, he'll shoot me.
Isn't this like your fantasy, though? You've been stalking him. You went inside the locker. This something that you would love to happen, to have happened? Why all of a sudden the change of heart? I didn't expect him to be just like me. Oh, that's a real big turnoff. He's just like me. And like, what? Does he have night vision or something? Because like she said it was so dark, but he could see perfectly.
I was so scared, I couldn't move either way. He took me to some cabin in the woods and tied me to a chair.
Okay.
He said that he loved me and will always love, and that he will take care of me forever, and that all I had to do is stay in that cabin. He is sick. How didn't I notice earlier?
I'm not, but he is.
How can it be that the sweet guy I had a crush on is an obsessed psychopath?
Like me!
He gave me everything. Clothes.
He gave me so many tells. How come she doesn't acknowledge how creepy she is? Only how creepy he is.
Clothes, food, and
a bowl of oatmeal.
Hugs. But it still didn't feel right.
Forced hugs,
Day
okay.
by day, he woke up, handcuffed me, and went to school. And when he came back, he unlocked me, fed me, and took good care of me.
You ate that food.
Brought our homework to me and taught me everything they learned at school.
Oh, he taught her?
He even tested me to keep my mind updated.
Just because you're a slave doesn't mean you have to be an uneducated slave, okay? Now what's 2 plus 2? Answer or you're dead.
He bought me lots of gifts, day by day.
I mean, it's not that bad then.
Candies, makeup, nail polishes, etc. He let
everything.
me use his iPad.
He gives her a tablet, he teaches her, he does everything. Honestly, like some people in prison would kill to have a stalker like Ben.
He let me use his iPad only when he's watching, and while I was scrolling down on Facebook, I saw a post with my picture that said, missing. He took the iPad and said, that's enough for today.
Don't you smash like on that.
He gave me a kiss on my forehead, turned off the lights, and handcuffed me again, just like he had always done. I laid my head on the pillow.
Guys, I feel so bad for her, don't you? I feel so bad for her.
He lied next to me and said, it will be okay. I promise. At night, I heard a car driving, but for some reason, it didn't even alert me. When he left in the morning, Ben forgot to handcuff me, but I didn't want to run. I didn't want to go back home and school. I just wanted to stay with Ben. I felt warm with him.
That was a test. That was a test right there. I'm gonna pretend to forget to handcuff her, and if she runs away, then we'll know. Like I said, like she honestly kind of has a good life. If you just take away the whole, killer aspect of the whole situation, it's really not that bad.
I cleaned up the cabin and prepared food and took a shower and waited for Ben to come. When he came back to a cooking smell, he looked shocked.
He's like,
I ran to him.
I'm allergic to eggs.
Gave him a hug and said, "You're finally home." He didn't say anything and just silently started eating.
He's like, this really isn't fun unless you're like scared, and if you're not, then now she's making me eggs. I really don't like commitment. Give me a towel, somebody.
After he'd eaten, I gave
him some towels
and told him to take a shower so I can massage his back later. He did as I said without saying a word.
He does not like this commitment.
I waited for him on the couch and thought about all the things I want to talk with him about. He came out from the bathroom in his clean pajamas that I gave him and sat next to me on the couch. I patted his head and asked him
if he'd like to
drink something sweet, and he shook his head no, and just stared at me the whole time.
He was stupid.
I asked him, "Aren't your parents angry that you didn't sleep at home for days?" He replied, "My parents are alcoholics." I started telling him what a great person he is.
That explains everything.
Him, and probably still do.
And probably?
Said, but how?
I probably still do. I mean, it's really anyone's guess now. I don't know. I might have a crush on you. I just really like this lifestyle. I have 100 billion questions.
Probably still do. He said, "But how? I kidnapped you." I know it is weird, but I was happy he did. The next day, he left earlier. And at the evening,
and he never came back.
Come back home. I got worried.
He went out for
something happened to him on the
carton
way
of
home?
milk and never came back.
I spent the night all alone in the woods and waited for Ben to come back, but he didn't. I decided to wait one more night, but he still didn't appear.
Aww.
I finally dressed up and got out from the cabin and started walking towards the lights of the street. Confused as I was never there before, I questioned everything around me. He kidnapped me. Isn't he happy that I'm fine with that? I walked and walked.
I'm saying,
on the
he
empty
doesn't like
streets,
it.
And a man in a car then stopped,
Whoa.
saying, "It's the missing girl!
It's
the
you!"
missing girl!" They called the cops, and the cops took me to the police station.
She has a name, okay?
And they asked me where I've been all these days, and I didn't know what to answer. So I just remained silent. I didn't want to hurt the guy I love, but what's my excuse then? My parents were the nicest people to me. I can't get them in trouble as well.
If they're so nice to you, why were you, like, glad that you were gone? It sounded like I was really expecting her to say at some point that she hated her parents or she had a really like home life. She's like, no, my parents are amazing. I just slapped them in the face, like metaphorically, because, you know, I like being kidnapped. I don't know.
I didn't say
what's
a
wrong with this
word
girl.
to not hurt anyone, so they called my parents, and my parents took me home. They treated me better than ever, and my brother became nicer than ever with me.
Ooh, I just remember what she did.
And I felt that it would be right to share it with him. A week later, I started going to school again, and I finally saw Ben again.
He went to school?
He tried to ignore me, but I went after him.
Didn't you tell the cops?
He turned around and said, "Sam, I'm sorry for everything. I was using you, and I got out of my mind. I can't hurt you anymore. I will turn myself in. I promise. Please, don't become crazy because of me."
Oh, dang.
Crazy? Because of him? I went to my psychologist
She gets all
that day
offended?
and told him what Ben said, and he told me that he is right, and that I have developed a syndrome which is called Stockholm Syndrome. And it happens when someone goes through an abusive trauma, and that apparently has happened to me. I couldn't believe it. So now I'm the sick one? Ben did turn himself in.
Oh,
and
thank
I was
God. He
getting
looks like
mental treatment
Edward
at
from
the
Twilight.
hospital. He got his punishment for dealing with drugs and for kidnapping me.
What? You can't just throw that in there. Just him kidnapping you was enough. You didn't have to add that he was also on the drugs. I like how she, what, I'm crazy? Really? Like, come on, really? Her stalks him stalks her. Wait, that's illegal. Today's script of the day goes to... I would know. Man, when you guys have some weird usernames, it's kind of hard. The script of the day is I would know. You would know what? I just thought that comment was funny because I had the hiccups really bad. I tried so many things to get rid of it, but this is irrelevant to this video. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out My Story Animated. I always want to stress that I love their channel so much just because, like, I love the ridiculousness. I love it. And I think we all like it. I mean, 10 million people love it. So please keep it up. I will always be a fan. And with that being said, if you guys like these kind of reactions and things like that, please do me a favor, smash like if you enjoyed it. To be a subscriber today, smash subscribe. And yeah, see you in the next one. Bye.